Greetings, sir. My name is Kamal Arora. Student ID number is 20173414, and I am very pleased to present this presentation. First of all, sir, is introduction. In today's world, I would like to look at the sensitive analysis of Sydney Melbourne PIA Limited on a project of the company to launch the new snack product. Another technique of ranking the importance of forecast is sensitive analysis, which is one of the most informative techniques in financial modeling and allow to learn the project results depends on the variability of certain key economic assumption. In this case, we will discuss how operating cost, WACC and taxation touch point on the flexibility of the project. In this way, this analysis helps to provide reasonable forecasted numbers of taking into consideration certain levels of risk that could affect the financial performance of our organization and improve the quality of planning and future outlook. And sir, in next slide, I presented the project overview. We show Sydney Melbourne PIA Limited has to decide on whether to initiate a new line of snack product. This means that the initiative has drawn for a startup which would for item like machinery, advertising, among others, and operational changes. Our projected annual revenue are as follow, with the minimum amount being near about 3 million, nearly 8 million, and could reach more than 10.6 million. Therefore, our financial result depend on one ability to manage operational expenses while at the same time making the necessary revenues. In the course of our activity today, we will analyze the expected cash flows and access financial outcome in the context of various economic scenarios to conduct a critical analysis of the project potential. And in this next slide, I mentioned the corporate governance in financial decision making. Thus, our decision could emphasize ways in which corporate governance remains the central element of Sydney Melbourne PIL Limited financial planning as well as decision making. It should underscore how corporate governance assists in decision making, such as one, to launch a new product, and how it's helped to remain ethical and transparent as possible. It is a plus for this project to be with as boost the confidence of the stakeholders and make the project more attractive to the other investors. For this reason, we try as much as possible to accountable and act with integrity as we manage the risk of our financial forecast. And in the last, sir, essential, these are our part of our management practice to support the culture of capital management and sustainable creation of stakeholder value. In the next slide, sir, I mentioned the sensitive analysis introduction. A sensitive analysis is a critical part of any form of budgeting and particular importance when beginning new large project with large capital investment, such as our snack product. It helps to imply sensitive analysis to financial projection and check how our forecasts are going to be affected if there are changes in the major economic factors. Using sensitive analyzing and the very important key factors such as operating cost, WACC, and tax rate reveal the possible risk of the consequences for the successful realization of our project. It is very relevant in the decision making process and planning of all the financial aspect of an organization. And in this next slide, I also mentioned the numerical data, and now I will explain like in this case this paper seeks to find out the impact of operating cost reduction from 30% salary revenue to 25 salary revenue. This adjustment is a sign of some possible increase in efficiency of cost saving measures. The shift is more evident and greatly affect our project financial position, as the by the graph bar shows. The readers will be presented with figures showing how the cost of operating will improve the monetary position of the company. This knowledge helps in controlling cost and achieve the maximum profit in such a highly competitive industry as the snack one. And next one is a financial impact of reduced operating cost. And I also mentioned the numerical data. Now I will explain. The reduction of operating cost is one of the critical success factor as it alters some of the firm financial indicators such as the NPV as well as the IRR. Operating cost will decrease to 25% with revealed effectiveness of the project through the rise of NPV and IRR when considering its profitability. The following graph shows the improved CDCF on an accumulated basis. On that it can be seen why operating expenses should be maintained more efficiently. This optimization enhance the economic base of the product and its popularity among investors. And sir, in the next one, the impact of WACCA changes, uh, reducing the weighted average cost of capital from 9.5% to 7.55% is considered given the fact that is brought a measure in our financial domain. It may be due to enhanced capital uh, market condition or better credit strength to the company. Lowering WACCA also bring the accent rate down, thus making project investment possible for firms that may not have met the previous accent rate. The following production line graph illustrate the reason why a lower lifts the present value of future cash flow, thus gaining the project appeal to potential investors. And sir, next one is financial impact of WACCA adjustment. Down from WACCA to 9.5% to 7.55% improve the project financial situation quite. The WACCA is used in the capital budgeting methods such as NPV and IRR, and a low WACCA is preferred because it increases the NPV and favor the project. The following graph shows the increasing discounted cash flow with the decrease in WACCA, showing a faster payback period of the initial investment along the higher total returns. This adjustment proves that the project has become a more sustainable throughout the corresponding time frame and may be successful completed in the long run. So next one is impact of tax rate changes. Whereas rising the tax rate from 27.5% to 30% has a quite difference in our company financial forecast. This change is with more fiscal policy and the alternated after tax flow. On this side, I included a bar chart that clearly illustrate the cash flow difference when the total tax are applied in comparison with the case in which only income tax are paid. Due to this sensitivity, it becomes instrumental in planning where one could look for mean how to reduce the effect of say high tax on the project profitability and cash flow management. And in the last, sir, the tax rate results, the new situation, the increase of the corporate tax rate to 30% brings direct effect to the project financial indicators, including the NVP and IRR. The graph depicted below also highlights the pattern of the discounted cash flow, which has lowered down a little due to raise up tax flow. All these changes may it even necessary that insurance company financial project should incorporate good tax planning and optimization which increase the cost and makes efficiency in operations even more critical to avoid losing money and not keeping the project profitable. And insert second law, the summary of finding. During today analysis, much attention was paid to the direct dependence on financial shares for future project fulfillment of operation cost. Fluctuation of WACCA and tax rate indicate different outcomes of the project NVP and IRR as presented in our chart. Liner analysis reveal the lower operating cost and WACCA contributed to improved profitability and in this case of increased financial attractiveness, while the factor of tax rate shows negative correlation with improved profitability. This result implies a delicate concentration in the management of finances. We stress the need to adapt efficiently in improving the prospect of project within changing economic environment. And in conclusion, sir, therefore, it can be said that the sensitive analysis is a useful tool for controlling the identified risk and improving the project financial performance. As according to the result of the research, it is necessary to continue the research for opportunities for operating cost reduction and maintaining an acceptable WACC level. That is why such tasks as the identification of measures to minimize the consequences of potential increase in tax are so important. Adopting of these recommendations shall put Sydney Melbourne PIL Limited in a right place to handle uncertainty with regards to investment, and the same time shall enable the organization to harm the available investment opportunities so as to enhance our financial strategy for new snack product in the market. Thank you, sir. Thank you for listening.